So let's get started with some tips on how your organization can prepare and improve in order to capture the most of the new opportunity under the upcoming ACA. In order to step up your business growth among Hispanics, you need to focus your attention on acquisitions and customer experience. Let's talk about the key 4 areas for developing this plan. Underlying all your actions, start by enhancing the trust between the new target and your brand. Second, we're going to look at low-hanging fruit. Next, simplifying communications. And fourth, nurturing customer experience. Ending by creating sustainable member loyalty. Let's take tip 1. Our foundational tip. Everything is based on a foundation of trust. And trust is critically important in attracting previously uninsured populations to the healthcare system. In our experience with Hispanic and other multicultural customers, we have seen that the most important factor when deciding on a brand is trust. And by far, it exceeds even the price-value relationship. Among multicultural consumers specifically, we have heard repeatedly that trust is driven by brands that support their communities. And this is also the biggest driver to making them feel comfortable with a brand. At the end of the day, consumers are looking for a brand that understands and treats them as a friend, a brand they can confide in to guide and protect their families. But as I mentioned, trust among multicultural segments begins with what they see of your brand in their communities. Thus, we can respond to that need in the delivery as we begin to take advantage of our low-hanging fruit, which is tip number 2. Assessing delivery and distribution considerations that impact your product and network designs takes time, especially if they have regulatory implications. But that shouldn't stop you making an impact in the here and now. The change is coming, and it's coming fast. So let's capture the low-hanging fruit and generate some quick wins from which to scale up and grow, from which to mobilize and get the organization excited about the prospects of winning. So let's take a look at the delivery model. Let's identify the strengths and existing capabilities. Maybe there are some areas with built-in cultural know-how already, like the area in red in this map, in the center of this map. It's an area of high-density Hispanic population with our target of uninsured and 100 to 400 FPL. This provides a critical mass to make your efforts worthwhile. With plenty of providers with cultural know-how denoted by the green stars, that would ease your stepping on the pedal. As you ascertain your acquisition efforts in those areas, we can then begin to expand from there, let's say to the areas in pink of slightly less density, and leverage perhaps partnerships that are existing in the marketplace. We suggest you leverage any relationships, such as provider groups that share your interest in capitalizing in the Hispanic market, employer groups that employ high number of Hispanics, and community-based organizations within those zip codes. Third tip, simplify all communications and touch points. And obviously with that, we've been talking about is the lack of knowledge, the lack of familiarity and comfort that these newly subsidized populations have in the health care insurance system. The two most important elements of communication that actually get in the hands and minds of your consumers that we have seen as the most effective forms of communication are still brochures and websites. And the insured consumer base keeps telling us over and over again that this is what they read and visit over and over, and what they find too complex for them to understand. In fact, we hear often that they end up more confused than when they started. Next, tip number 4, enhancing your customer experience. We can't say enough about customer experience and the need to enhance it. It is so important because Hispanics are 3 times more likely to recommend as well as to learn from others. In fact, let's get to the text box. 6 in 10 Hispanics tell an average of 7 family members about positive experiences with customer care, and that compares only to non-Hispanics telling 3 of their family and friends about positive experiences. Additionally, second point, about 1 in 2 Hispanics tell an average of 5 family or friends when they have negative experiences. And gladly to know that compares to 10 family and friends being told by non-Hispanics, so about half of the rate. So if it's good, Hispanics are telling more. If it's not good, they're telling less. This provides you a great opportunity to enhance the speed in which you obtain word-of-mouth recognition and you gain public trust and reputation. And the last insight here, we have seen that Hispanics are 3 times more likely to learn about Medicare Advantage plans from friends and relatives. Again, emphasizing the importance of trust and word-of-mouth branding to appeal to the Hispanic market. And this, of course, leads to engaging their way. This great opportunity for word-of-mouth branding calls for strategies integrated to your plans. Digital media is an enabling tool for your ACA strategy. And it's so important because in this tight-knit community, social connectivity will accelerate and enhance your marketing dollars and your efforts. Establishing the trust of the consumer is the foundation to moving everything forward. And once they are loyal to the brand, they will share their experience with their friends and family, producing a viral effect. So to wrap up, in essence, we have demonstrated that acquiring Hispanics on their ACL is well within everyone's reach. And we recommend 3 steps: following a focused approach, taking short-term efforts that are already within your reach, and aligning your organization customer experience for long-term growth. Now that we have gone over some of these strategies, let's go to your questions. I want to thank you for your time, and please contact us if you have any additional questions.